Good morning and welcome to Mornings on Main Street for this Wednesday, the 22nd of November. I'm your host, Stefanie Miller. Thanks for joining us today. We have a fun show in store for you. I was able to sit down with our president and CEO of Main Street Media of Tennessee to talk about our two newest papers and new programming that you can check out both on our website and by going to either our mobile app or our streaming services on Apple, Amazon, and Roku. After that, we're in the kitchen with not only Devon O'Day, Sylvia Ganier, but Devon's sister, Faith Ford. Once again, they're cooking up or talking about some good stuff there in the kitchen that could just help you out this holiday season. But first, let's get a check at those headlines and stories you'll find at mainstreetmediatn.com. 126 pounds of medication was collected during TriStar Northcrest and the Robertson County Sheriff's Department's Crush the Crisis prescription medication take-back day events that happened on October 28th. Just how many pounds of medication was collected at all TriStar locations? Get that answer by going to our website, mainstreetmediatn.com. Not feeling the crowds for Black Friday? Why not check out a little local basketball at the annual K. Maynard State Farm Thanksgiving Classic, where 15 high school basketball games will be happening. The games will be played at Lebanon High's Campbell Brandon Gymnasium. Check out the list of teams at our website by clicking on Main Street Preps. Get a look at several pictures taken at the Veterans Ceremony at Pleasant View Community Park. Boy Scout Troop 76 helped out during the ceremony by giving out embroidered stars to active members and inactive members of the military. You can find the pictures on mainstreetmediatn.com at the Cheatham County Exchange. Now let's get a check of our forecast.
From the Tennessee Valley Weather Channel, this is your weather today.
Good Wednesday morning to you. I'm Kelly Rawson here in the Tennessee Valley Weather Center with a check at your forecast. We are still on the gloomy side this morning. Winds out of the north about 10 to 15 miles an hour. Temperatures starting off in the lower 40s for your Wednesday morning, so be sure to bundle up before you step out the door today here in southern middle Tennessee. But guess what? The sunshine will be back by this afternoon, and we won't unfortunately get very warm out there either, talking upper 40s to lower 50s for your Wednesday afternoon here in southern middle Tennessee. But we are going to hold on to a clear sky for your Wednesday evening and overnight into Thursday. That clear sky is going to allow those temperatures to get down pretty chilly, close to freezing across the area. Temperatures will eventually warm back up to the 50s by Thursday afternoon. Here's a look at your 7-day forecast from the Tennessee Valley Weather Center. For Thanksgiving, we are looking nice with a mostly cloudy to partly cloudy sky. We will be dry all across the area, so travel should be a breeze no matter where you're headed. Temperatures in the low to mid 50s over the next few days, and shower chances don't return until Sunday.
Beginning January 1, Delta Dental of Tennessee is introducing enhanced benefits for persons with intellectual and developmental disabilities.
It'll include extra cleaning times for people with special needs, extra time for exams. More importantly, we will create a training program that any dentist office in the state can go online and pick that up.
At Delta Dental, we believe that the quality of oral health care should be accessible and inclusive for all.
Welcome to the 2023 Magical Holiday Home Tour, coming for one day only. Immerse yourself in the spirit of the season as you explore stunning displays, twinkling lights, and charming decorations. The general admission tour of area luxury homes, including historic Rosemont, and a special tinsel tour of the original Fairview Plantation Mansion. Come and experience the warmth of the holidays by touring spectacular luxury homes. It's an event you won't want to miss.
The first time I ever went out for Thanksgiving, I just went, oh my gosh, it was a life changer for me. And they have got a Thanksgiving feast prepared for you here at the Omni. But you're going to have to make reservations. And to talk more about it, we have head chef Jonathan Welch, who joins us today. Hi, Jonathan.
Hey, how you doing? Thanks for having me. Thanksgiving is our Super Bowl. That's the biggest day of the year for our restaurant, besides maybe Mother's Day and Easter, where we do a very similar brunch buffet. But we're really excited. We get a lot of locals, and we really want this to be a thing about Nashville. Absolutely any guests in the hotel are welcome, but we want to get as many folks that live here to come see what we do.
Don't forget, make your reservation right now. If you can get one, you better make it right now. Anywhere from 9 in the morning until 3 in the afternoon, get that reservation in for Kitchen Notes at Omni Nashville.
At Area 51 Tech Solutions, our team specializes in servicing and repairing major brands of electronics, including computers, tablets, cell phones, HD TVs, and gaming consoles.
Area 51 has been our go-to place for all our tech repair needs for years. You name it, they can fix it. Trust the kid who broke it. Give them a call today at 615-379-8113.
This morning, we are highlighting 2 new locations, communities, where you will find papers from Main Street Media of Tennessee. To tell us more about us acquiring these papers, what this means not only for Main Street Media, but for local communities in 2 new areas, we have the president and CEO, Dave Gould of Main Street Media of Tennessee. Thanks, Dave, for your time.
Well, thanks for having me here, Stephanie.
Anytime. So, okay, 2 new papers. Yeah. What does this mean, and how did we come to acquire these 2 new locations?
Yeah, so our 2 new papers, we have Houston County, which is west of Dixon, southwest of Clarksville. It's a small county, about 8,000 people. There's a local paper there. The local owner was ready to stop publishing, or not stop publishing, but he wanted to sell the paper, and so we had the opportunity to buy that one. And it's a great little community. They love the paper there, so we were excited about that. And then we bought a paper down in Lawrence County, south in Lawrenceburg. And that was a paper that's been around for over 40 years. Wow. And the owners are ready to step away. And so we had the opportunity to step in. It's what we do. We love bringing local news to these communities. People that want to read about local government, high school sports, local people, local events. And that's what we do. And the chance to bring that to people in Lawrence County and Houston County is a great opportunity for us.
Local content is so incredibly important to all of our areas, and there's something about having a paper there in those towns. Have you had a chance to go to each area and visit to hear from the community on their thoughts of you continuing this on?
I have, actually. I've been to Houston County. I got a chance to meet the mayor and some of the other elected officials, public officials, business owners, and that sort of thing. And they're very excited. It's the only paper in the county. It's the only way they're getting local news and information. So I think they were a little nervous about what our plans were. And our plans are to keep doing what the old owner did, which is provide a good local weekly newspaper every week. Lawrence County, I was down there last week for a day, and people are super excited down there about what we're doing. That's a growing county. There's a lot of activity going on in Lawrence County, and they want to make sure people understand the story of what's happening. They want to make sure that someone's covering the achievers and the things that are doing well and the people. And also, it's important there's someone keeping an eye on what's going on in local government, and that's what we do. And so they're very, very excited as well. So it's a real win-win in both places.
I tell you what, it is so cool to go and read these papers in these communities here in Tennessee, and because businesses, athletics, things that are happening in the schools, and just cool individuals in each area. It's fascinating what's being done. And you don't know that story until you look at the local paper.
Absolutely. And we've got people in these communities who love to tell these stories. We have good local reporters and other writers and columnists who just like to talk about, what's going on in the community. And then you have a lot of citizens who just very interested in what's going on, very interested in making sure that the flavor of the community is being described in a way, and someone's recording history, and that's a lot of what we do. And so there's people are excited. We've got some really good writers and reporters in these areas to help bring the news.
That makes 15 locations here in Middle Tennessee for Main Street Media.
That's right. We have 15 newspapers. We've also got 3 web-only news sites. So we have a website covering the Tennessee Titans, we have one covering high school sports, and we have one that covers actually Nashville. And then we have our streaming TV station, of course, which is what we're doing today. And then we have a streaming radio station, which is a simulcast of this. So right now, if you turned our radio station on, you would hear the two of us talking about this right now. So we've got 20 titles. And of course, in addition, we've got tied to the newspaper's website, social media pages, e-newsletters and things like that. But the newspapers, the 15 papers are really the core of what we do, because that is the base of the coverage that we do in each county and each community, and that's really that really allows us to do other things.
I love it. And not only that, we have another show that's getting started, or kind of, you're getting your feet wet. Tell us more about that.
Well, so we started a show called Movers on Main Street that I am hosting, and let me start by saying, I sit here in front of somebody who's been doing this for a long time and who's a professional, and so I learn by watching what you all do, but I have nowhere near the gravitas or the experience that you all have. But the idea of the show is I'm talking to and interviewing other CEOs and business owners, and because when you own your own business, I think you probably have a similar issues to other people who own their business, and so you can kind of sympathize and empathize and ask the sorts of questions that might be of interest. So we try to kind of get inside their head a little bit and find out what it is that makes them tick, how they've grown their business, what challenges they've faced. We've done our first show now. I talked to Jimmy Hiller at Hiller Plumbing.
Okay.
They're known for these, they have trucks all over Middle Tennessee with a Happy Hiller face on it. They have a jingle. And anyways, but Jimmy, when he was 24 years old, he started the company with $500 and he had a truck. And he had a sense of how to fix somebody's HVAC problems. And over the years, he's grown that to, he's got 600 associates in 4 states, and it's a pretty good sized company. And it was fascinating talking to him and just kind of hearing all the challenges that he had to overcome and the decisions that he had to make. And so it's an interesting show. We'll be releasing that one soon, and then more will follow after that.
Is anything else coming that we may not know about?
We're taking a bit of a breath. These acquisitions took some time, to kind of make happen and get moving on. And we have to have time to kind of assimilate these things into our operation. And because one of the reasons we can do these is because we have other people who can take on some of the responsibilities that might have been happening in different areas, especially the back end functions. And so I think we have to, as we end the year here, kind of take a deep breath, kind of assess all of our infrastructure and how all that's working, and then, get back at it the first of the year and keep plugging ahead. I mean, we have a lot going on in our TV channel. We had several football shows that we did, high school football shows that, with football season winding down, we're converting to maybe some different types of high school shows now. We've got a music show we just launched a few weeks ago called Live from the Shop. It's a really cool show.
I've been out of touch on this one. I did not know this, really.
Yeah, it's a Friday morning show, and it's an hour, and it's a music show, and it's musicians coming in and playing their music, and it's really, really well done.
And for someone in your position with a number of employees underneath you, how do you make sure you're navigating, I guess, correctly, responsibly, to keep all of those employees in mind, not to see a lot of people with the burnout? Because again, this is that type of business where you're on the go trying to cover the stories that you can. How do you do that?
It's tough. I mean, it is tough because, news happens all the time. We know that. And our readers and our viewers, almost demand that we'll get Facebook messages at 2 a.m. and someone will go into one of our newspaper Facebook pages and say, I just heard a screeching sound down the street. What was that? As if our people are up there at 2 a.m, they're going to respond. I mean,
right.
We can't be everywhere all the time. It's interesting. I'll tell you just a little story to answer that question. I serve on the board at Pope Prep High School, which is a Catholic high school in Hendersonville. 3 of my kids have graduated from there. I've got 2 there now, a junior and a senior. And I serve on the board, and we have a new president of the school, and he was talking about burnout with teachers. And he said, I remind them when they come in and say I'm burned out. He said, I remind them to take the Sabbath. You've got to take, and it's Sunday in this case, time to rest and relax, spend time with family, watch football, whatever it is you like to do on the weekend, you've got to do that. And I become more and more conscious of that over time. And I certainly, I want to see our employees do that. I want to see them take their vacation. I want to see them get away. I want to see them have a break. I want to see them go off to great places like Utah and explore the great outdoors like you and your husband did. And we did. Our family did as well.
Yes, you did.
So anyways, I just think you've got to have that downtime. You've got to mix that in. We can encourage people to do that, and then they get busy, and we hope they do it. We hope they follow through on that. But I think, you have to get time away, get your mind out, and then get back in and get refreshed again.
100%. Is there anything that I haven't asked you that you want to share, could share?
Gosh, no, I'm grateful for everything that you're doing with this show and everything that Devon O'Day is doing on her show, and Chris Yao and Mo Patton have a great daily sports show as well, and we have all kinds of other reporters and who are doing other sorts of shows. No, I am. This has been, you've been here for just about a year now doing this show, right?
Yeah, this particular show, Mornings on Main Street, will be a year in January.
Yeah.
Before that, it was Main Street, Clarksville.
That's right.
And I tell you, you do have some incredible reporters throughout the Middle Tennessee area who work tirelessly to, bring you stories in your communities.
That's right, and it is, and y'all are just doing a great job, and it's fun. It's been fun to see this thing grow and evolve as we go, right? And so it's been exciting. So I just appreciate everybody.
Talk about a great 2023. Can't wait to see what 2024 has in store for all
Absolutely.
of us. Dave, thank you so much. Dave Gould, President and CEO of Main Street Media of Tennessee. If you would like to check out all of our papers and get access to the shows that we have, of course, you have Main Street Media, tn.com. Also, our mobile app, which is incredibly handy, Main Street Media TV Mobile, and of course, our channels on Apple, Amazon, and Roku.
Right.
Am I missing anything?
I think you got it all.
Thank goodness. Stick with us here on Mornings on Main Street. We have more coming up after this.
At Chapels, we pride ourselves on offering a wide variety of the freshest fruits and vegetables, handpicked just for you. We have a wide selection of the freshest, highest quality meats that will leave your taste buds craving more. Our friendly staff is always ready to lend a helping hand. We believe in treating every customer like family because at Chapels, your family is our family. We've been locally owned and operated for over 60 years. You can visit any of our Chapels locations in Dixon, White Bluff, McEwen, and Centerville.
At Implant and General Dentistry, we're proud to offer dental care you can trust. Our team, led by Dr. Andrew Flips, is dedicated to serving our community with the highest quality of care. We offer comprehensive dental exams, cleanings, whitening, and more. With our compassionate and experienced team, you'll be able to smile with confidence. Come experience the difference for yourself. Call us today to schedule an appointment or visit our website to learn more.
At Fred's Flooring, we're your source for quality flooring options. Our extensive experience and knowledge in the industry means we have the expertise to get the job done right. From carpet to tile, hardwood to laminate, and luxury vinyl, we have everything you need to find the perfect floor for your home. As the Main Street Award Favorite Floor Store winner for 2023, we know what it takes to satisfy our customers. And with our convenient financing options, you can get your dream floors now and pay over time. Visit fredsfloors.com or call us today.
Sherry's Hope is dedicated to sharing the hope of Christ, protecting the health of our community, and supporting those who are fighting cancer. You can be a champion of hope this season. When you give monthly to Sherry's Hope, you help meet the needs of families in our community as they are battling cancer. Your monthly gift of $10 or more gives hope all year. Together, we can make a difference.
Welcome back. So how curious are you about beans? Well, whatever question you might have, you could have your answer this morning by watching this segment. It is Devon O'Day, Sylvia Ganier, and Devon's sister, Faith Ford. They're in the kitchen for just a snippet from Devon's table. And yes, they are talking about beans. I'm so ready for this one. Let's take a look.
Devon O'Day.
I'm Sylvia Ganier.
And from Louisiana, Los Angeles, and whether you know her from movies, TV, or like me, from birth. Hey, Faith Ford, my sister, is here with us, and a fantastic cook. Check out her cookbook, Cooking with Faith. And Sylvia, the new year has to have black-eyed peas. And why is that?
Well, there are certain traditions, and it actually is all around the world. So there's certain things that stand for your wealth for the new year. So your black-eyed peas are your pennies. And of course your collard greens or your leafy greens, that's your greenbacks. So you want to eat a lot of those so you have prosperity in the New Year's. But you were saying your favorite things are
beans and greens and cornbread.
Cornbread. And all those things go great for New Year's, especially in the South.
Oh yeah. I have yet to miss it. It's every single New Year's Day. It has to happen.
Everybody talks about Thanksgiving meals, Christmas meals. My favorite is New Year's because we always had pork, we always had greens or cabbage. Cabbage is always my favorite. And then either field peas or black-eyed peas.
And the black-eyed pea tradition, a lot of people now just open the can and dump them in and have a sodium bath.
Yeah. And they're not as good. They're starchy and just
mushy.
Yeah.
Too mushy.
Yeah.
And people are like, I don't like black-eyed peas. And then they have them made the right way, the traditional Southern way, starting from a dried pea and reconstituting them. Now, this is a game changer because this is not difficult. We all have these modern things called a cell phone.
Yeah.
And if you have not yet discovered on your cell phone, there is such a thing called an alarm. If you set an alarm for whatever time the night before, and when the alarm goes off, you go, I need to put my peas in some water. You will remember to do it, and the next day, they will go from looking exactly like this, these tiny little things, to double their size. So for every cup of peas, you put in 2 cups of water. Okay. Make sure
1 to 2.
1 to 2 ratio, and make sure there's enough room in whatever container you're using, because these peas are going to grow. Right? Double the size, they're growing up. So make sure you have a little oversized container. Leave them out either on the counter if the room is cool. You can put them in the refrigerator if you are like your grandmother's house and she keeps it at 85. You might put them in the refrigerator. But I leave them out on the counter and they're fine till the next morning. And you'll come in and they'll look exactly like this. You're going to drain this water off. You're going to get new water, again, 2-to-1 ratio. I am terrible. I'm not a Southern girl. If you would ask anyone else, for this one reason, is because I don't put pork in these. I'm a Southern girl in every other way.
But no bacon.
Born and bred here, but no pork in these because I want the true flavor of these. I use onion and garlic and salt, and that's it.
You know, I do a lot of beans that way now. I've gotten where I don't use pork in them, and I always add a little bell pepper too. I like a bell pepper in mine, but
you're from Louisiana.
I know.
Well,
put the
trio. But I always in my beans. But I have a friend that he was Southern boy from Houston, Patrick, and he actually doesn't do pork in his anymore either. And he was really adamant about it. And he said it's and I've tasted them. They're as good, if not better.
I just think they have this beautiful little nuance. So that's how you're going to do your black-eyed peas for your New Year's to serve alongside of your greens. You can use this method with any other type of dried bean, whether it's a garbanzo bean, whether it's a black bean.
That's her bean. That's her bean. She likes
I like it. I like all beans. I haven't met a bean I didn't like. I mean, so far.
What are these little orange ones here?
And those are lentils. And I was just going to mention that this is the one type of dried bean that you do not need to soak.
That's right.
Oh.
They are very, very small. They reconstitute very quickly in a warm liquid, whether it's a chicken stock or water. So it is the only one that if you put this in there and you do this method, you come back in the next morning, you're going to have a big old thing of mush. So it's the one that you don't soak. Okay. And then we have some beautiful beans over here, the Rancho Gordo beans. So if you love any of these crazy, wild, sort of fun things, like, this is a Stalliard bean, we have cassoulet beans, we have Christmas limas. Did you grow up having Christmas limas?
Oh my gosh, they're
red.
What's so Christmassy about them?
They're red with a little green in them.
Oh,
and
that sounds fantastic.
Santa Claus loves them, and you can put those out.
I'm in love. I can get them from them?
Yeah, he loves them.
Oh my gosh.
And the reindeer actually love carrots with those beans, so if you need to leave something else for the reindeer, so that's always a good thing to do.
That's right.
So all the Rancho Gordo beans soak overnight really well like that.
And these are available in the Green Door Gourmet store. I might add, I spied these and the last time I went through, I'm going, y'all we got to try these beans. And you do soak these just like you would these.
Yes, and so after you rinse them, you put your water in, you put your onion, you put everything else into the pot, low and slow until they're just tender. Mm-hmm. Take them off the heat. If you cook them in a Dutch oven like this, it's going to retain the heat, so you don't have to keep reheating them, and the peas won't turn to mush.
Now, I just have my grandma's old...
Custard?
Yeah. They're Dutch ovens. They're I think they go back to the late 1800s, but they're really, really,
and they're
really
still
amazing.
here.
I think it makes it taste better. I don't know why.
I love cooking in cast iron. I always have.
But I mean, it's okay because I do the French thing where I always saute my vegetables. I always do my onions, my bell pepper, my celery, whatever it is. And what I'll do is I'll set them aside because I like that kind of liquor in the bottom of it, the pot liquor it makes, and it makes them more savory. But then I add them back later so they don't turn to mush.
Yes, you wanted to have a little to the tooth, that al dente something. Yes. But if you do them that way, make sure that you don't put a lot of the oil in there because you'll have a lot of oil floating on top of your beans.
See, I like that. I like the oil. Well, it's not bad oil.
If you like that method, make them like Faye. If you don't want oil in your beans, make them like me.
Anyway.
It's fine.
I use bacon. You can make them like me too.
It's grapeseed oil, so it's a little bit better oil, I think. I don't know.
You can check out Devon's table in its entirety, get this full segment, plus many more by heading to your mobile app, Main Street Media TV Mobile. If you have not yet downloaded it, well, go ahead and do so now. All right, stick with us. We'll be right back.
This holiday season, the largest lantern festival in the country returns to Nashville Zoo. Witness more than 1,000 handcrafted Chinese lanterns featuring brand new designs, including towering mythical beasts, a life-sized Santa's workshop, and a 100-foot-long dragon. Welcome back to Zoolumination at Nashville Zoo. Bigger, brighter, and better than ever.
This Christmas, Give a Little Nashville needs your help to bring joy to children in need. We'll be hosting toy drives during the holiday season, so please donate toys for kids of all ages. On December 3rd, join us for our Cocktails with Santa red carpet event, where you can mingle with other supporters and enjoy festive drinks and food. Together, we can make a difference in our community this holiday season. Visit givealittle.nashville.com or find us on Facebook to learn more and register today. Welcome to Grin Doctors, your trusted pediatric dentistry and orthodontics practice. Achieve healthy, beautiful smiles with our expert care. At Grin Doctors, we are committed to your child's oral health and well-being. Trust Grin Doctors, your pediatric dental home for exceptional care. We go above and beyond to ensure the comfort and satisfaction of our young patients. Grin Doctors Kids Dental and Orthodontics is right down the street in Old Hickory, TN. Easy to get to and in your neighborhood.
Welcome to the 2023 Magical Holiday Home Tour, coming for one day only. Immerse yourself in the spirit of the season as you explore stunning displays, twinkling lights, and charming decorations. The general admission tour of area luxury homes, including historic Rosemont and a special tinsel tour of the original Fairview Plantation Mansion. Come and experience the warmth of the holidays by touring spectacular luxury homes. It's an event you won't want to miss.
Welcome back. Santa was on hand welcoming people to the Ryman on Monday evening for the Christmas for Kids fundraising concert. It was a fantastic time there. Great performances on stage. You had Phil Vassar on hand, Chapel Hart, Michaela Lane, Hunter Girl, and Shenandoah. Shenandoah's guitar, one of his guitars, went for more than $3,000 in that silent auction. Too cool. That last picture that you saw was of myself and my sweet husband who accompanied me to the concert. It was a great time. And again, always good to see Santa. All right. Well, thank you guys so much for joining us here today. Have a wonderful rest of your Wednesday and enjoy your Thanksgiving tomorrow. We'll see you back here a little later.